Hey everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar. I am here to bring you a special market update and a market call. Now, when I talk about a market call, what I'm talking about is actually making a call on the markets for the upcoming day. I've done this before, especially when there's multiple indicators lining up on individual indexes and on a wide variety of stocks that are setting up at the same time. And we have our indicators also lining up, and those areas are really high probability setups. So going into this week, we looked at a head and shoulders formation on the S&P cash. It's only Monday. It's the day after going into Tuesday, just to date this. And as the watch list stated on over the weekend, I was looking for a breakdown of this possible bearish flag, and overall it almost looks like it could be a possible head and shoulders topping formation with a left shoulder here, a right shoulder over here, and a head up here. And we had this underlying trend line, but we ended up holding that trend line. Now, a couple things became interesting at this level, even though we had the breakdown of the pattern. If we look at the 60-minute chart, and I'm doing this live with you, I'm not at the office. I felt I was doing some research during the night, and I noticed these setups, and I think it was strong enough to to make a call on the markets and look for this rally tomorrow. And I'm going to go into why I'm looking for that. So today we actually sold off, and we got oversold quickly on the 60-minute chart. Actually started hitting an oversold territory, and from that point on we grinded higher. And we take a look at let's zoom out here a little bit further. And what we just came from, and excuse this charting program, like I said, I don't have my normal charting program with me, so this is an updated version, but I like the older version better, and I just don't have time to install that on the computer. So we had a couple bearish channels that formed in the market, and we broken down from those. And this was the last one right here. We kind of broke down from that. If we put that other trend line in there, basically that's what we're looking at. And we broke down, and we're making that retracement back. What the market has given us is very strong signals on the 60-minute chart. Each time we got oversold, you've gotten a great opportunity for a bounce. And from this point, right from down this point, oversold here, upward trend, higher high, and the thing just trended out here perfectly. So we got back into an oversold level. The odds of this going back down further are, it's definitely on the table, but there's a couple other things I want to bring to your attention now. And again, we're also, possibly starting this new channel here, and you're going to like this channel setup because this is really a great trade setup for whatever. If it ever did play out, you can see the recognizable pattern, but this is a classic 1, 2, 3. You trade the 4 and you trade the 5. Now, we're in the middle of the downward channel. Out of a couple, you always talk about patterns within patterns. You have a downward channel and some upward channels breaking down, upward channels breaking down. And sooner or later, this pattern will break to the upside. We're oversold on the 60 as of today. Now, going into it, I'm saying, all right, let me scan through a lot of stocks tonight. And so I'm scanning through some stocks, and just to bring up a few of them. I've seen a lot of reversals. Overall, a lot of reversals in the market. And I just, randomly started looking at like AMAT, different sector stocks, applied materials, and I like that hammer that was put in here on volume. Volume was increased, and what I'm also noticing is a lot of these setups are oversold on the daily and on the 60. So we had this nice little kind of reversal candle, not a big reversal, but there was definitely some signs of reversals across multiple sectors. The BHI actually had a nice candle. We closed up much higher than the a nice reversal candle. Stochastics on the daily are very positive. There was good upside volume. You could see this easily carry through tomorrow. We saw Hess moving up a little today and actually showing better strength. Dollar General also pinned at the highs, and going into tomorrow, we're looking at this to actually move higher. And again, for this to move higher, and which it will do, it'll probably correspond nicely with the market spiking up. So we're seeing a lot of different stocks that are set up on multiple time frames that look to go higher or just look to be set up here. Verizon on the daily, very bullish. Very bullish on the daily stochastics. Kroger, which I just got into, nice candlestick off the lows. Again, a recognizable channel. So these, everything pointed to a lot. And again, here's the key. Here we're oversold right here on the daily, and you can see that nice downward channel that we just formed. Now I wanted to get into the habit of keeping these updated videos short. I don't want to waste your time, but going out on the limb tonight and looking for a market rally tomorrow. Wednesday we have the FOMC rate decision, and there's going to be there's definitely an opportunity we move up before that. So that's another thing that's going to fall into kind of thing. First of all, across the board, oversold indicators on multiple stocks. Gold Corp, another example. GG. All right, a nice hammer, nice little tail here. And these tails, you go back to the stock previous tails, usually get follow-through days after this. This has been embedded to the downside, but we're due for the pop, and a lot of these tails and reversal candles are coming on increased volume. So Gold Corp actually looks quite good going into tomorrow. So we're looking at metals, precious metals, oil service sector also setting up. Here's Occidental Petroleum, OXY, broke down on the last 5 days and been closed on the highs. That's a classic reversal. When we flush out the lows and then close on the highs, volume is okay. Let's just take a look at that 60-minute chart. And the 60 minutes are still very bullish, so it looks like these are going to continue. These would be continued, just continue reversals, and it would be great to see that across the board. Occidental Petroleum. And one other thing, you can also look at the sectors. If I can see in the dark here. All right, here's the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, the SOX. And you can see the gap down, but the close near the highs of the day, right at 400. The stochastics pulling back, bouncing, getting a second bounce right here, possible double bottom. Lower part of the channel line on this, so everything again pointing to just an individual setup is actually nice down here. A very good setup just on its own merit, and not to talk about the overall markets moving higher. And again, with the semiconductor index really being set up, you could really establish this downward channel. And again, what you're always looking for is the combination of the recognizable pattern, the underlying trend line, the oversold stochastics. Those top three are really the criterion. You might be saying to yourself, how could this be a recognizable channel if there isn't any, there wasn't no channel to be had until, you usually need 2 points to make a straight line. Very easy to make this trend line up here, connecting to all these points. The only point I had was here, and this is based off a 1, 2, 3 method of, trading off the fourth. So all you want to do is take that 1, 2, and 3, and at that 2 pivot down here, that only pivot at that point, you draw a parallel line. You just make it parallel. You don't worry where it comes out up here. You don't worry where it comes down there. And when that price level gets down to that level, you're going to see a reaction off of it. All right? You're going to see that. So that's a way, of this. That's how you trade channels. You don't wait until the channels form. You take that trade. You're already probably, you're thinking, well, now it's a real channel because it's been hit 4 times. I want to know when it's going to hit there, and so I can get in and plan out my trade before it even happens. So, with the semis looking really good going into tomorrow, just off this trend line, this is a major, channel possibility here. Oversold on the stochastics, everything lining up for this. So all these technical reasons, and that's, again, we have to remember, that's what this call is made on. This is a technical call. This is what I, take out the news, take everything out, and to say that everything's copacetic going into tomorrow, and there's no news out there that really shakes the market. The probabilities, due to the technical analysis, give you a better chance for an upside move. And we see that because there's multiple sectors, individual stocks, and everything setting up the bounce. So again, we have to watch that type of news, if there's any type of news. And again, Wednesday there is going to be triggering news. So we're probably not going to get, we're probably going to get that big move, possibly on Wednesday. But going into that, you still have that upside push, and that's what I'm looking for tomorrow, the upside push. I guess I can make this much smaller in time. I want to try to keep these market calls down under 2 minutes. We'll call it the 2-minute call. the playbook. But this is going to be the market playbook, and I'm going to try to bring you this as much as I can. Anytime I see an opportunity that the market's going to run one way or another, if we're going to break down, I see that, because lots of times no one will make that call going into the market. They'll just wait to see what the market's doing. This definitely looks like a great level to watch for an upside move tomorrow, so that's why I want to get this out to you. And some individual stocks just as a bonus. Again, the Kroger, interesting. The XLE, love the XLE. Dunkin' Donuts, DNKN. Nice little just a flag here, holding the 20-period moving average. Very bullish on the stochastics, and a beautiful, bullish engulfing pattern here. We actually had a sell-off and a push back up and closed near the highs above yesterday's body. I mean, everything about this is very bullish on this candlestick, and that's, this definitely looks for some positive upside, possibly tomorrow too. I mean, if the market does get that push, then we're looking at Dunkin' Donuts making that break higher, and that's a good thing. One other one, Michael Kors, starting to make its move. Another very bullish crossover. We had an oversold first time since an IPO really getting oversold. So you're going to really see if stochastics work well in even IPO-ish stocks to the stocks that are less than 4 months old. Just giving us enough time to get to that level. So really do like Michael Kors. We did push up to the 20-period moving average. The volume was great today, and this looks good to go. But the 60-minute chart, I just want to point out that we're getting overbought on the 60, and that's always has to be concerned, because the discipline part of the trade really keeps you the best trader you can be. And what I mean discipline is you're getting out and you're getting in on certain signals. You're having the probability set up in your favor. Right now, the probability of a rotation back, a small rotation back, is there. So again, you could go against the rotation, you could go against the probabilities, and that's what the market is anyway. A big casino sometimes. But the best thing is to take the odds and continue to make the money. So that's the only thing that concerns me going into the course tomorrow. Anyway, I'm DayTraderRockStar, and I do the show each and every day. I'll be on the air tomorrow at, of course, 9:30, calling the market action. DayTradingRadio.com, and I'll see you tomorrow.